Hi, I'm here with Monica Henderson, the Executive Director of BsideU for Life. And for folks that are out there, I say Beside You for Life, they're like, well, what is that? Tell us a little bit about what it is and what you guys do here.
Well, our full name is BsideU for Life Pregnancy and Life Skills Center. We used to be known as a Woman's Choice Resource Center in Nicole's Place. So we have two parts of our ministry where we serve women. The first is a medical clinic where we provide pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, and options counseling for women who are in crisis pregnancies. And then to continue our care, we provide a life skills and discipleship ministry where they can come for classes, for all kinds of emotional support and information and training. And then while we're providing that training and help, we also provide childcare and lunch every day.
Wow. And as you can hear with childcare, we've got some children that are playing behind us right now.
That's right.
So let's take it back to where you were talking about some of the things that you guys do here. So there's pregnancy tests, available to be done right here. What other testing do you guys do with it? Ultrasounds?
Right. So if a woman is concerned that she's pregnant, doesn't know what to do, she can come and have her pregnancy confirmed with a pregnancy test. She can have an ultrasound to figure out how far along she is, because it'll help determine gestational age of the baby. If she's confused about her options, we want her to be fully educated on what those options are. And for some women, we provide limited STD testing and treatment as well, because that's an issue with women with their sexual health. So we've added that service in the last year. But anything that a mom needs to make the decision about her pregnancy, we want to provide that.
So with like the pregnancy test, what are like the requirements? Can anyone just come through the doors, or do they call you, or does all that happen?
Yes.
Okay.
All of the above. We like for women to make appointments because that reduces the wait time, but we do take walk-ins.
So they can walk right in, fill the paper. Do they have to fill out paperwork, or
Yeah,
what's the
it's
process?
like going
What's the
to
process like?
it's like going to a doctor's office. If
Okay.
you make an appointment, you're going to sign in at the desk. They're going to call you back. Our practice is to kind of give a woman sort of a roadmap to what their appointment's going to look like. Some women might come in thinking that they're going to have an ultrasound, but if they're too early in their pregnancy, we generally don't offer ultrasounds until they're at least 6 weeks gestational age.
So what led you to be a part of,
The Lord.
of this? Yeah, the Lord led you here. Huh?
Yeah, so
No, you're good.
I was practicing commercial real estate law, and it felt the Lord leading me elsewhere. I didn't know quite where, but I knew elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so the job came open, I applied, and Lord kept opening the door. He didn't shut the door, he kept opening the door, and so I ended up applying when the job was open, and successfully was hired.
So you've been here for
10 years.
10 years, and
Yeah, we're 30 years old, so I'm unlike a founder of a ministry. I see myself much more as a continuation leader and caretaker of something that's bigger than me and bigger than everybody else here. We've been around 31 years. It was here before me. It's going to be here a long time after me.
And we're in a beautiful facility. Let's talk a little bit about that, because you alluded a little bit earlier. You had Nicole's Place,
Right,
and then you also had Woman's Choice.
right.
So explain that process and now what we have here at your new building.
Sure. In our 30-year history, we started out as two separate pregnancy centers, started by two different church groups, really. We merged in the 90s, and from that point on, we basically had two pregnancy centers, and in 2006, we started our life skills ministry at a different location with a different name. It was all one corporation, all one ministry, but it had two separate names. In 2013, we got serious about the idea of locating our main pregnancy center and our life skills ministry under one roof. And so God brought a philanthropist. He called me up and said, "Are you pro-life?" I said, "Yeah, you want to go on a tour?" And so I took him to all three of our locations, and at the end of the tour, he said, "Well, I'm going to do something, but I don't know what." Yeah. And a week later, after we met and I told him about our building project, he said, I want to pledge $500,000 to this project. So without him, this would not have happened. And about 6 or 8 weeks later, we found this building. It was the home of the American Cancer Society. In 2016, we bought it. In 2017, we renovated and moved in. And we were able to locate our main pregnancy center, where we do 90% of our pregnancy tests, and our life skills ministry under one roof, and we are so happy here.
Totally random question. How many pregnancy tests would you guys say that you do in a year or a month? Or?
We do between 1,000 and 1,200 pregnancy tests a year.
So, and this, if we had a viewer who was just sitting at home and they're just terrified, or someone who might be that's pregnant and just doesn't know what their options are, or they're just out there, what would you say to that person?
Well, first I'd say you're not alone. Slow down and don't make a decision in the midst of a crisis. Our name is We're Beside You for Life, which means that we are going to be beside you at the front end when you're confused and scared, all the way through whatever your decision is. In fact, part of our ministry includes post-abortion counseling. Our desire is that women choose life, but they can reach out to us. Give us a call, 589-9400, or go to our website, BsideUforLife.org, and learn more about us. And we will be beside you for life.
We're going to take a break and be right back. I'm going to actually talk to some folks that have been associated with the program and went through the programming and get some testimonies. Welcome back. I'm here with Sandy, the Life Skills Director, Programming, you name it. You do a bunch of different things.
I do a lot of things.
Talk to us a little bit about life skills and some of the things that you guys do with the women who come to you beside you.
Absolutely. What we offer to our students here are classes that range from parenting, anger and stress management. We offer one-on-one counseling.
Oh,
we
wow.
have Dr. Kaufman here on staff who's been with us about a little over 10 years. He does one-on-one counseling with students who need that level of intervention.
Yeah.
We also offer a curriculum that we've launched since we've been in the new building, which we're calling our Life Skills curriculum, that includes a personal well-being class.
Yeah.
We really dive into the issues that women are facing and just really try and give them tools to deal with their emotional, spiritual, and physical wellness,
Yeah.
kind of a holistic way of approaching personal well-being.
So how does a woman get involved if they want to be a part of what you guys are doing?
Well, the vast majority of our students come to us through the Crisis Pregnancy Center.
Mm-hmm.
So we have interacted with them in the past. And,
Okay.
and so if you came here today, for example, in crisis, not you, of course, maybe someone, because that wouldn't be, but having said
Not
that.
natural.
No, not you. But if someone came today and they went through the Crisis Pregnancy, we would invite them to a tour. And so
Oh.
the staff down in the Pregnancy Center would offer them a tour, and they'd kind of come up through life skills, introduce them to what we do, and say, we really want to come alongside of you. I heard Monica talking about our name, Beside You for Life. So we offer folks a relationship and a place to come, kind of a comfortable place to land, where they can come and learn about their personal well-being, encounter Christ,
Yeah.
which is at the bottom line of everything we do.
And you
It's
guys do
gospel
Bible
centered.
study here as well, right?
Every day.
Yeah.
We do. Every
Actually,
day.
I got to look in on you while you were in there doing one of your
Yeah.
Bible studies, and it was awesome. You could just really feel the Lord moving.
Well, we don't pretend to be anything else. We believe that Jesus is ultimately the solution.
Yeah.
He's the answer. We want to provide practical tools as well. Relational tools, personal well-being tools, how to parent better. But at the end of the day, without the Spirit of God, without a relationship with Christ, there's only so much that we can do.
So GED training, you guys can help people get their GEDs,
can.
education there.
We do. We have an entire academic team, so we can approach it from the GED or eSchool, which is kind of students who come and want to finish their actual high school education and get a diploma. We can do that through our computer lab. So we have an entire academic team committed to the further education, if you will, and then of course Life Skills team who's dedicated to just the internal well-being, spiritual well-being of our students.
One of the things that I thought was like really neat, and say a mom is watching this and saying, "Listen, I'd like to go get a job interview, but I don't have the clothes, and nor do I have the clothing for my children." You guys actually offer clothing here?
Sure. Here at Beside You for Life, we have an earn while you learn approach. So when students go to classes here, Bible study, personal well-being, academic classes, they earn points, and those points can be redeemed in our boutique upstairs.
So the more classes you go to, you get points.
Yes.
So it's kind of like you're earning cash that you could go spend in the boutique.
Absolutely.
So what's available in there? You have kids' clothes?
We do. We have children's clothes, we have strollers, we have blankets, diapers.
Wipes.
Wipes, pretty much everything from 0 to 5-year-old.
Yeah.
We also have clothes for women, though. We have maternity clothes and clothes,
Wow.
purses and fun stuff like that.
So you can just stack that money up and then maybe go on one mass purchase?
Well, in theory, they do that. And we also do TARC passes and gas cards and things like that. Just anything we can do to help.
Awesome. Sandy, thank you so much. We're going to talk
100%.
with someone who's come through the program, Santana, when we get back. What has the program done for you?
It's life-changing. I get some rest and peace, you know, learn God's peace. It's just taught me how to get my life back. Grounds, steps, know how to read your Bible, practice praying, the criticalness of having these skills to go out there in life and to conquer some things that you wouldn't think you can conquer by yourself.
Yeah. What brought you through the doors, or what made you make the phone call to be here?
I was pregnant at
Yeah.
13. I seen the lady protesting out the doors telling me not to get an abortion.
Wow.
I went through it anyway, and it cost me a lot of my dignity. My respect for self kind of dropped to level 0.
So you actually went through the abortion. You've been a part of the post-abortion counseling that they
I'm doing
offer
it
you.
now. I'm taking a class that they have now. I'm going to get with one of the staff members here so I can start and get a date so I can go through that and get some type of healing there, because it do taunt you, it haunts you.
Yeah.
And they're here for that. They're here for them reasons, so you can change your mind about things that you did in the past, so you won't feel captive about the things you made, the mistakes you made. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay. God sees you. He knows your heart, and He's there for you to say, I need you to help me.
So you're 13 years old, and did you come here immediately after that, or did it take you a little bit of time before you were able to make it
A little
here?
time. I was 15 and had a miscarriage, and then I moved on forward. I didn't know too many of these folks then,
Yeah.
but when I was ready to have a baby again, my first son, he's 20,
Yeah.
he's 12 now, so.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, at 21, you having your first child, it changed my life. I found then that when he was 1, I found myself reuniting with that one place, that Woman's Choice sent me to Nicole's place, now Beside You for Life, here we are. I'm like, oh, they really are beside me for life. Look at 11
Yeah.
years. Lance was 1, so he's now 12, 11 years later.
Wow.
Here I am, still needing this place, still needing it.
And they're still here
They're still
for you.
beside you for life. They're still there.
You know, one of the things I think is just so important with your testimony is it's right in the name, Beside You for Life. You've been here for 10 years, 11 years, and these women have been right there with you,
Yes.
step by step.
Yeah, they do.
And you've gone through, the Bible study.
Amen.
And tell me about some of the classes that you've done while you've been here.
Relational wellness, teach you how to safety people, teach you how to meet safe people, know when your prick is broke, know when you know that you're picking the wrong people to hang around.
Right.
And it was one of the most important classes I've went through. And the
So
Bible
changing the
atmosphere,
people that are around you.
the atmosphere, because it can really make a big difference of how you feel at the end of the day. Not messing with your rest, your peace of mind, it's you, it starts with yourself.
So Santana, if you could speak to a girl right now that you would be in a similar situation, a young girl who has been through something like you, what would you say to them right now?
I would say come and experience the face value, the core value of having a healing understanding and the promises of the Lord, that He keeps them no matter what, where we are, or who you are.
Amen. We'll be right back. Monica, one of the things that I wanted to, bring back home is the fact that you guys offer post-abortion counseling. So women who have actually went through abortion, still struggling with it. Kind of talk us through that and how that works.
Right. A lot of women who have had abortions in their past almost suffer PTSD-like symptoms. They struggle with a lot of life problems that they don't connect to their abortion. We recognize that. We recognize the brokenness that involves. And so we offer one-on-one counseling if needed, but also a multi-week Bible study, very, very small, very intimate, and very helpful to women. Many women will report that they understand Christ's forgiveness, but they haven't been able to forgive themselves.
So someone wants to get involved with that, they just call, they come through the door,
Absolutely.
or both of them?
They can call, they can meet with a counselor, and then they can sign up for the next available class.
As we were talking about the, post-abortion counseling, I mean, it really impressed on my spirit that somebody watching this could actually, right now is dealing with that. And I just feel like we should just pray.
Absolutely.
And I'd like for you to lead in that and
Sure.
just go right ahead.
Yeah. Heavenly Father, we just reach out to you now to touch the hearts of women who may be struggling from an abortion in their past. Let them know that they can find help and healing here, and we would be happy to be your arms and legs and feet to help them through that healing, Lord. Help them to reach out to get the help they need. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. One of the best ways that you can, actually learn about what you guys do is to hear it from the voices of people who have actually went through the program. So they have actually produced their own video that we're going to show you guys right now to give you an idea of what happens here at BsideU.
When Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water, there were 11 disciples sitting in the boat. And this is very much an out-of-the-boat ministry. But when I get to heaven, I don't want to say, man, I wish I got out of the boat.
I was a shattered individual. I was angry. I wasn't one that you just knew who was angry, but I was angry on the inside. I was mad at myself. I was mad at everybody around me. It just felt like I was just abandoned.
When you take your child's life, something inside you dies that you just can't get back.
You know that they're needing guidance, they're needing Jesus Christ, they're needing love, they're needing encouragement in every way.
Because so many people out there don't have any place to turn. They have no one. Their parents throw them out or whatever.
So she said, do you want to do ultrasound to see your baby? And I said, yeah. So when I went in the room and they did an ultrasound, and I saw my little boy do his in that day, and I started crying. And I said, because I never thought that doing abortion is like killing a human being. I never thought that way. I thought that if you're doing abortion, it's just maybe your blood, something in there, you're not killing nobody.
And yet it never dawned on me that what I was doing was killing a child. It was just at that point of pregnancy that I didn't know what to do with.
We love the person, and we're praying and hoping that they will learn to focus on Christ and become more obedient in their own walk. So it's not just about the baby, it's about the person. We show them unconditional love, which is what God does for us, and that's what we're trying to show them.
I remember when I walked in and I could barely ask the question at the front counter, do you offer counseling for women who have had an abortion, without crying, and the woman behind the counter just had this huge smile on her face and she said absolutely, and she came around and gave me a big hug. I remember for the first time, that's when I really felt loved on in this situation, and thought, okay, maybe this is a safe place.
Just for any of my needs that I may need, to talk or cry, pray. They've been a very big help in my life.
And they pray with me. I don't start crying, but it's everything spiritual. And the door is open when I'm feeling bad.
But they don't have to feel like they are just overwhelmed by the fact that they have to care for and raise a child.
There were times before I found a woman's choice that it was so hard to get out of bed, and it was so hard to stop crying, and so hard to stop beating myself up.
They was able to support me emotionally. They was able to support me with classes to help me get my son back.
You just get this peace when you come through the door, and just the love that you get, that you just feel, the love. You can just tell the people out there that love you and care about what you're doing.
I just feel like they helped me reconnect with God, honestly.
It gives us that opportunity to walk alongside them on a day-to-day basis and have a greater influence on their lives.
A woman's choice has helped me to find freedom, to find forgiveness for myself.
Just the support that she gave me, it just made me feel like, you know, I can do this, because at first I didn't feel like I could do it.
She asked me, do you want to go ahead with the abortion or you want to keep the baby? I said, yes. I cannot look at human being and kill it.
And so I think the most powerful thing about a woman's choice is that it's truly an example of Christ's love.
It's more than just a mentor, and I feel like I was family.
I always remember how much they have helped me to understand God's plan for us. And despite decisions that we make, we are still children of God.
You know, we aren't going to turn anyone away, even if they make the wrong choice, because we're there to show them Christ, most importantly.
I want to thank them for their graciousness and their love for women, the never shutting the door, no matter how dirty you may look.
I could have given abortion. I could have got into drugs. I could have done so much stuff. But He leads me to people that are willing to show me the right way, and I'm thankful for that. It means a lot to me. It's so priceless.
We hope that you have enjoyed watching Go. If you would like more information on our featured guest, visit us online at wbna.com and click on the Go tab. Troy Miles can be contacted at go@wbna.com.